Where's the party?
Well, welcome to the Fun Grandma podcast. And we had a really cool experience. We got to go into some classrooms.
Yeah, it was so fun. We had a kindergarten classroom and a first grade classroom, and they were great. We got to do stories, and we brought our drums, right?
We did. That was a highlight, I'm sure. Well, could you tell a little bit about the book you brought? It was so great.
Yeah, it was a story about what you could do to babysit a grandmother and all the things that a child would want to do, but they brought it out in the story like the child was having the grandmother do it. So it was a really fun story.
Yeah,
and
cute book. We'll definitely
really,
give a link to that.
Yeah.
And then what I loved about it is we followed it up with writing a letter to a grandparent about fun things that they like doing with their grandparents and just getting them to reflect on that.
Yeah.
It was really neat.
That was really fun. Kids you're always going to hear somebody say something funny, right?
And we did.
We did. And this one little boy said to me, how old are you? I want to see if I can count that far. I'm like...
And then the teacher followed it up with, and he's really good at math, implying that he's going to need a good grasp of numbers to get to that high of a number. Yeah, that was. Yeah. But I have to say, I was so impressed with both classrooms, the atmosphere and culture that the teachers were able to. The kindergarten classroom we went into was especially welcoming, and what a calm, inviting. One little child came in late. We were there at the beginning of the day, and the entire class erupted like, welcome, so-and-so. I just loved how attentive they were to each other and how much they encouraged each other.
I really noticed that too. And as they were drawing, I heard lots of kids saying, encouraging each other with what they were doing really sincerely. So that teacher worked really hard to help model that.
Absolutely.
And so it was fun.
Right. Well, and we know if you're listening to this, you love kids as much as we do. And so we hope that as we share more of what happened in the classroom, that you'll find it as delightful as we did. Like our last guest, we have another teacher and another Lewiston High School graduate, which is so great. Now, Dena and I went to school at a similar time. Yeah, and I remember. Now, you were a cheerleader too, weren't you?
No.
Okay, neither was I.
I was on the drill team for
Me too.
1 year.
So we were both drill team girls. See,
Purple unicards.
I was telling wait, we won't get into that. I'm not so sure that the administration appreciated that. But we wore them proudly as 80s girls.
Shelley was an instigator.
Probably.
I was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The leotard. But.
Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah. All the high school memories. But
oh, yes. I would not be wearing that now.
No, me either.
But the white boots?
The white boots. Well,
yes.
Yeah.
You'd wear those.
With the little...
The pom-poms.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd be wearing those.
Yeah, I can remember getting the gold pom-poms for the first time. I just felt so proud of those things. My gosh. Or did we have a purple and a gold one? I can't remember, but I can't remember.
I don't remember a lot.
They might have even been white. I don't know.
Well, they were cute.
And I was proud of them.
They had to be.
Yeah. I just remembered. I just couldn't wait.
I remember getting your pom-poms for the first time, and you had to crunch them all up.
Oh, yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
So when Alicia became a cheerleader, I was like,
that's right.
Can I help you scrunch your palms? And she's like, we don't do that, Mom. I was like, oh, man.
Oh, they don't scrunch them?
I
I've
was
not
so
noticed.
excited.
They probably come scrunched now.
They're just perfect as they are, I guess.
Yeah, sure. Well, yeah, I guess they are. That's interesting.
Well, at Fun Grandma, one of the things that's fun for us is to hear our guests share like a memory that you have of a grandparent. Do you have a grandparent that was impactful in your life?
I have a couple.
Okay.
My mom and dad were both the youngest, and my mom was like 12 kids. So I remember her siblings kind of as grandparents as well. But her mother, I always thought of Little House on the Prairie. She was Ma. she would be in the kitchen all the time, always making things from scratch and never letting us really get too close. You know, there was the kitchen and then you had the bar, and you could sit at the bar, but you couldn't come in the kitchen. There was no room for anyone but Grandma. But she would explain to us how she was cooking, what she was putting in. And she always made us the most interesting little snack. And that was toast with cream corn.
Toast with creamed corn.
That's what I remember. So whenever I see cream corn in the store, I always think of my grandma.
Oh.
It was pretty special.
But you're not making it up for Jasmine.
I don't. You know, it's a good thing I'm allergic to corn. And then my grandma Helen, she's my dad's mom. And she was my Grammy. And she was pretty special. And we used to, I'd go over there on Friday nights if I wasn't at the rollaway. And I would sit next to her on her organ, and she would play, and then we'd watch Lawrence Welk, and I loved watching Lawrence Welk.
Yes.
Until one time, I told my friends that I watched Lawrence Welk. And I quit watching it with my grandma.
Oh.
I know, isn't that sad?
Sissy and Bobby, I love them.
I love
best
that.
dancers
I still
ever.
watch it once in a while. You know, it comes up.
Oh, yeah.
I think because I must have talked about it in front of my phone, so
Yeah,
it comes up
Your
quite
phone is
often.
providing you. Lawrence Welk is on the internet. I need to check this out.
It was
Oh my
great. I
gosh.
think that's where I kind of got a love for like big bands, and then maybe even Broadway.
Right.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Dena is one of my friends that loves Broadway. I love
do.
how much she loves Broadway.
Oh, that's
Very
so
much
fun.
so.
Yes, musicals.
Yes.
we bond
All
over
the time.
musicals. Yes, so good.
Nothing better.
Well, so I'm pretty sure you've been to a musical with your granddaughter.
Very much. She's been to Aladdin, and she's been to Frozen, and The Lion King. She just went and saw The Lion King, which everyone needs to see.
Yeah.
It's our absolute favorite. Amber and I have been there 6 times. It's great.
No, I've only seen it once,
and-
and I
Wasn't it
want
great?
to see it 6
When
times.
the
Well, you
animals
need to
came
go
out,
again.
at the
Yeah.
beginning, I cried. I know
Oh,
that sounds
yes.
dramatic, but
So much emotion.
it did make me cry.
We gave Jasmine and Ashley our reserve seats, and they were right on the aisle. So that little baby elephant came right by Jasmine and looked at her, and she was like, she looked right at me and right inside me, Grandma.
Oh,
It
I
was
love that
pretty
she
quick.
said that.
It was
She
so
looked right
cute.
inside me.
Right inside.
Oh,
I love that.
So
That is-
sweet.
So she says that she's a Broadway girl, too.
Oh, you are doing good.
I know. I
You're
figure like she
educating
likes
them well.
Broadway, she likes baseball, so we're on a good track.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
Well, so baseball and Broadway. What are your other favorite things you like to do with her?
Well, we have Friday science days, so those are fun.
Yeah.
The last month we haven't done it as much, but today she goes, Grandma, it's Friday. And she brings me her little kit of like stones, like minerals. And she was just like, let's do scratch test. Let's see if they mark, Grandma. And let's look in the magnifying glass. And I love it because
Yeah.
I love science. So to be able to pass that on to her is great.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What a great. That sounds super fun.
That does.
We love Science Day. But Jasmine and I are like besties. We have a really special relationship. And I know everyone thinks they have a special relationship with their granddaughter, but
We believe you.
Yeah.
You must know.
Yeah.
We just have a really special relationship. We spend a lot of time together.
Yeah.
I have her every day, and
Well,
yeah. That's
time
awesome.
makes a big difference.
time.
Yeah.
Yes, it
So
does.
you are really blessed.
I know it.
Yeah.
Yeah, she has another set of really great grandparents too. So they get to see her once in a while too. So I will share.
You will you?
But she's pretty precious.
Yeah. So how has being a teacher helped you with grandparenting? Has it?
You know, going back to even when I first started teaching, that was before I had children. And I remember thinking, when I'm a mom, you know, you see things, and then let's be real, I've made a lot of mistakes, and there are a lot of things that I would change too. But parenting, like everyone says, you don't get the playbook, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's hard, and I
Yes.
think every parent's doing the best that they can.
Yeah.
Um,
Well,
I've
thank
seen
you
a-
for thinking like that, because
Well,
that has to help
absolutely.
the parents that are in your classroom. if
So,
knowing that you feel that
yes.
way.
I have a lot of parents that text quite often. And, sometimes I just think, oh, I'm just glad that they feel comfortable texting me,
Yes.
and asking for help. And
Mm-hmm.
I even had a parent today at chapel say, well, I've been studying those fractions, and I think I'm figuring it out. And I just love
I
that,
understand that parent.
But just that they're involved and they want to help.
Yeah.
Right.
I love that.
Yeah.
We've seen such a big change, right, Shelley? Since COVID,
Mhm.
especially.
Yes, it's been hard on families.
It's been so hard.
Mhm.
And I had a parent say to me, during COVID, I had to be a teacher and I'm done with that. So now it's your job. And I mean, that's true. It is my job. But those parents that can get in and work with their kids and sit down and help them out, I mean, it's their job too.
Right, just being supportive
Just being
in their
supportive, giving
educational
them the
journey.
time. Yeah. I loved knowing what my kids were learning. And of course, my kids spent most of their time at Cornerstone, so I kind of knew what they were doing and who they were hanging out with and things. But I just think it's so important to know, what are they doing? What are they learning? Who are they hanging out with? Those important things.
Yeah.
Right,
But-
right. Absolutely.
But when I first became a teacher, I thought, these are the things I need to write down and think about. We have some really generous parents that give their time and, send notes and send gifts. I think not every teacher is that blessed. So I would just encourage parents to encourage and support their teachers.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
Well, it sounds like you are really great at being a team with the parents, and that
She
I
is.
benefits.
I try as hard as I can.
Yeah.
I really do.
Yeah.
It's just most beneficial for the child. So
Yeah.
Right, which is what everyone is after.
right.
Yeah. Have you done anything that has worked to encourage your parents to do those, to have family meals? I mean,
We do talk about it during Bible class, just like even encouraging the kids to make an appointment with their parents,
Yeah.
Make an appointment to talk about things that are heavy on their heart. Or like, maybe you should ask mom if things are so stressful at home during dinner time, why don't you make dinner? It can be macaroni and cheese. Like, if my kid wanted to make mac and cheese for the dinner and I didn't have to make dinner, I'd be gang ho on that, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So we do talk about that.
Yeah.
At the beginning of the year, when I send out the notebook to the parents that just kind of tells about Shelley's class and my class and all the others, syllabi and things, I like to put information in there just about like how to set kids up for success, both in home and like activities that they could be doing. That's another thing. Kids are so busy.
But I can see, I think I noticed you doing this when grandparents really support the parents in that. Like they come in and maybe give that one-on-one time a little bit, or even maybe take that homework time. Because I think as a grandparent, that's kind of fun rather than stressful. Am I wrong? Or
I typically do Jasmine's homework with her. And yesterday, I guess Ashley was stuck with that task. And she said, Mom, did you see Jasmine's math homework? I'm like, no, I didn't see it. She goes, oh, it was terrible. I even wrote a note to Mrs. R. And I just thought, she wouldn't do that with me. But she would do it with her mom, take advantage of that situation. But I love doing that. We have so many supportive grandparents at our school and grandparents that are raising their kids. And so I love that they're stepping in and stepping up.
right.
And I'm sure everybody, like your first question, like what memories do you have with your grandparents? Like everyone does. Hopefully they're good memories, So you just kind of want to pass that on to your own grandkids.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's so easy to see just looking at you that is not a task That is a delight.
A blessing for sure.
Yeah.
I get tired. I do get tired.
Yeah.
But even today, sitting on the couch, we're looking at those rocks, and I'm like, okay, Grandma gets 5 minutes,
Right, which is a good way of managing that.
So then I went and did the laundry, and I made dinner. And...
You had your moments there.
Yeah.
That's so good. Well, would you mind sharing what you as a family did at Halloween this year? I just have loved this story.
Oh,
it was a Jasmine idea.
It was a Jasmine idea. She loves Scooby-Doo.
Okay.
So her dad, his girlfriend, her mom, myself, and Jasmine, we all dressed up as the characters. And it was so fun.
So great.
But you can't ask me who. I don't even know who I was. I think
You were
I was
Daphne.
Velma. Oh, I was
Or
Daphne?
No, sorry. You were Thelma, right. I got that wrong.
I have no clue because I don't watch the show. It scares me because
Velma.
Oh,
producer,
thank you,
correction.
Aiden.
Yes. Thank you.
I was
Velma.
Velma.
Sorry, he's disgusted that we're getting this wrong.
It's a
Get our
little embarrassing.
Scooby-Doo straight. Yeah.
Apparently, I looked like her, so that was good.
Yeah, I thought they all looked amazing.
It was so fun. And the fact that her dad would put on a wig and this little tie.
Yeah.
I don't know. Who is he, Aiden?
Is it Fred? Yeah. Fred. Yeah.
Yeah. It was so fun. We like to get into things like that.
That's awesome.
But her grandpa, Brian, he used to do goofy things with the girls too.
Yeah.
In fact, when they were in dance, he was always hoping that they'd have a father-daughter dance.
Missed opportunity, 100%.
Get up there.
Missed opportunity.
Yeah.
Well,
That is wonderful.
Dena, this just only emphasizes that you truly are a fun grandma.
I
Thank
try.
you so much. And this has been so
For
fun
sure.
just to visit with you. So thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yes, thank you.